Hello, pet parents and pet lovers. Are you a proud owner of a proud parent of a golden retriever, or are you looking to gain some knowledge about the breed before getting one?
Uh,
If yes,
I'm sorry, I
you are
can't
at
hear.
the hello. Are you able to hear me, sir?
I'm unable to hear.
Are you able to hear me now, sir?
Hi, good evening. Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, sir. Am I audible to
I
you?
can't hear you.
Just a minute. Sorry for the technical glitch. Just give us a minute. Am I audible, sir, now?
I can only see your lip movements. I'll leave and join again.
Yes, sir, sure. Meanwhile, I'll introduce you to the audience. Okay, so we are facing a slight technical glitch, and Amritsar will be joining us shortly. Hello, sir. Good
I
evening.
wasn't. Very good evening.
Good evening, sir. So, should I begin the session now, sir? Is it
Yes, the
better?
moment we begin, I couldn't hear.
Okay, okay. Now, is it okay, sir?
Yes, it's perfect.
All right, all right. So, just let's begin the session.
Perfect. Sorry,
Hello,
go
pet
ahead.
parents. Yeah. So, if you're looking to gain some knowledge about the golden retriever breed before getting home one, you're at the right place. So, getting a dog should not be done on a whim, but rather it should be a conscious decision as it's surely a long term commitment. Goldens are powerful, active, and loving dogs. They've been around since the 1800s and are surely here to stay because of their sweet and calm nature. This is Niharika from PetFed India, your host for today. And as promised, we are here with a long awaited topic of discussion all you need to know about golden retrievers. Now, I would like to welcome our expert guest for today, Mr. Amrit S. Hiranya, who's also popularly known as Amrit Dog Guru. He's India's
Hi,
only
good
dog.
evening, everyone. Sorry.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Yeah.
everyone.
So let me give a brief introduction about Mr. Amrit. He's India's only dog behaviorist from Unitech, New Zealand, and he's also the appointed advisor for the Police Dog Squad of Karnataka and has been a consultant to the Railway Protection Force. His other accolades include being first in Asia to achieve Australian Dog Whisperer Award, being first Asian to deliver a TED Talk on canine behavior. So Amrit, how are you today?
I'm doing very well. Please go ahead. Thank you very much and welcome all.
Sure. So, people who are watching us, please feel free to drop in any queries that you may have about golden retrievers in the comments section below, and we will surely answer all of them for you. And just like the last time, we're also running an interesting trivia contest during this live session. We will be asking the audience three questions throughout the session, and one lucky winner who answers all these three questions correctly will be winning a gift hamper from PetFed India. So sit tight and stay tuned to this chat as the trivia questions will be announced in the middle of this entire 1 hour session for you to answer in the comments below. People who are joining this just now, we are here to discuss the topic all you need to know about golden retrievers. So if you have any questions, please do drop them in the comment section below and we will answer them all for you. Till then, let us begin with the basic understanding of this very special breed and improve our knowledge about golden retrievers. Are we ready, Amrit?
Very much.
So, starting with the history of golden retrievers, can you please tell us about the origin and evolution of the breed and how did they become such a popular breed in most households these days?
It all starts, we'll have to thank the first Lord Queen Murph. This was a gentleman who was very keen on hunting and he used the normal retrievers for hunting. And that's when he felt that the Scotland, this was in the 1840s, where at Scotland the weather was very cold and they had to get into cold water every day to retrieve the birds, especially the fowls, the waterfowls. That was the first thing that they were used to hunt. After, and then a gun dog, being a gun dog, so they were retrieving these fowls from cold water. So he thought, and the first dog that was the mother of all the golden retrievers was named Naus. So he had Naus, who was great at doing the retrieving work, a great gun dog. To improve her, he used the water spaniels. Water spaniels are extinct today. We don't have them much, or we don't have them at all. So using these water spaniels with the normal retrievers came the yellow retrievers. He called them the yellow retrievers. They got the actual name golden retriever in the early 20s. That's when
Okay.
the golden retriever name came. This water spaniel and the combination of Naus gave three puppies. All the three turned out to be very good working gun dogs. So that's when it gave him more confidence. He started a little more of improving the breed with breeding them a little bit with our bloodhounds. That helped them to improve their scenting abilities. So it was also the soft coat, and he added Irish shutters a little bit to increase the coating, better coloring, and then came out the best golden retrievers today, top third most registered breed under the American Kennel Club, the 13th best most registered breed in the UK Kennel Club. That is
Wow.
where that's how the origin of the golden retrievers today came in. And when did that become the most popular? How did when was the sudden spike in their popularity?
Right.
When the President General Ford got the first golden retriever named Liberty into the White House. So this
Okay.
got people surprised, and then that was almost in the 1930s. Since then, it was the golden retrievers. They started winning hearts, until today, they are one of the most popular, most well-bred, most suited dogs for all purposes.
Definitely, definitely. So, retrievers were used as hunting dogs initially. Can you also
Yeah.
tell us how they have evolved today and what are the purpose that they are serving now?
See, they are the most soft natured, great learners. So, though they
Right.
came as hunting dogs, today we call them the medicine dogs. What are the medicine dogs, or what category of medicine dogs in the therapy dogs they fall under? They are the most and the best suited. They started in those days, the early century, they were doing great as therapy dogs for the disabled children, to stay with them, understand their needs, understand their mindsets, and then use their intelligence to suit that particular purpose they were bred for. Post that, we started them for the guide dogs for the blind. Majorly, when they started into the therapy industry for the dogs or the medicine dogs, they were used for disabled children. To help disabled children. Hearing disability, visual disability is where this dog gained more popularity. They were used and trained majorly for therapy dogs. Since
Okay.
early, the origin of the breed also had some hounds in them, their scentability was so good that they are great in sniffing out explosives or narcotics, which turns them to be a good police dog as well.
Wow.
When they are
Interesting.
about to be the best of companions, they can be, I would suggest, they could be the best dog. If you have an independent house, you can give them good exercise, then that would be
Okay.
the first the breed of choice for anybody who can give them good exercise. If it's an apartment as well, little bit of effort in giving them exercise, you would have the dream come true as the man's best friend.
Right. Definitely. Agreed, sir. So we have a first question from Manoj Batwala, and the question is: I am from Nepal. I have 9 months golden retriever. I always take him out in the morning for walk, run, and get proper exercise. However, I have problem with him from morning 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. When some member of the family wake up, he starts barking from 5 a.m. almost till 6 a.m. until I wake up. This behavior is disturbing small kids while sleeping in the morning. Can I get any suggestion on this?
When, as a behaviorist, it is my job to, this is where I come into place. See, yes, he's also
Right.
talking. Did he say 9 months?
Yes, nine
Right.
months.
So it's a puppy. Though he's
Yeah.
grown up today to weigh 30
Right.
kilos, we are bothered about human children. This puppy is still 9 months. Now, for him, what matters is attention. And a retriever is a great learner. So he would understand and learn very fast when I am getting attention from for what reason. So the whole
Oh,
night, this 9 months old puppy did not get attention for almost 8 hours. Everyone were asleep. So the first
right.
thing anybody opens their eyes, he's like, I'm here. What do I do? An obedient dog always requires commands, exercises, activities to be doing. So, what I recommend here, the moment you wake up, anybody wakes up, please let him out to the garden, let him go, finish his pee poo, and come back. Give him a treat for the same, or even better, throw some treats in the garden and let him go use his scenting abilities as the hunting breed or as the gun dog group. Let him go find out his treats, have some, not the whole meal, a few kibbles or few treat pieces there, here and there. So that keeps him, gives him an exercise in the early morning. So it gives you another hour or two to get ready and then take him out for a jog and run.
Okay. I hope this helped, Manoj. We have one more question from Kavita before we move ahead. She's asking, we have a 10 months old golden retriever. She's named Angel as she's the happy pill of our house. She's very well behaved and enjoys her meals. I don't think this was a question. This is a very nice and well behaved dog, Kavita.
It's still
So the
10
next
months. The best behavior of these dogs come very much once they are almost 18 months plus. So that's when the actual retriever and the behavior in them comes out, and then we start loving
Okay,
them.
definitely. So the next question is from Abida Gupta, and the question is: I have a 1-year-old golden retriever. He does a lot of leash pulling. How do I manage that?
See, these dogs, the reason why they are used for are a few things like search and rescue, or for narcotics and explosives. And like I also mentioned, that they have a lot of hound in them, where he had used bloodhounds a little bit to improve their scenting abilities. So the moment the dog catches a scent, he would pull you and take you out for a walk. And they're large breed dogs,
Okay,
medium to large breed
right.
dogs. So here, helping and making them understand what is heel walking is very important, to do it at the early stages so the dog understands heel walking. Point number one. Point number two, using a harness on these sort of dogs would help them to pull better. Harnesses are used on dogs for sledging. That's how it came in. Or harnesses are also used on horses to pull the chariots. So the moment we see a retriever, Goldie, wearing a harness, it makes him easier to pull a lot. And since
Okay,
being a hunting dog, the moment he gets a scent, could be of a rodent, could be of some piece of bread, or could be something on the street, he will just drag you along and go, which he's used to.
and run
So here,
towards it.
what's most
Okay,
important is to teach him how to do the heel walking. And whenever he's walking beside you on heel, give him maximum attention. They are fast and good learners. If these dogs can guide and walk a blind person, your dog can work brilliantly well with you. We have to put an effort and teach them the heel walking there.
right. Okay, that was very informative. Hope this answers your question, Abida. The next question that we have is from Cooper. And the question is: I have a 4-year-old golden retriever. She has been over pampered during the lockdown. Earlier, she used to run a lot, and now she became too lazy, which is kind of increasing her weight. How to get her back to active lifestyle so that she's healthy?
Giving them exercise is a must. There is no choice when it comes to golden retrievers. Is exercise a choice? No, it is not. They have to get exercise. Now, how do we do it? Especially with the pandemic around, and if there is lockdown, please talk to your friends. Find out who has a treadmill that's unused. A human treadmill will also do. Bring them home, and slowly start with putting the dog on the treadmill. Start from 3 minutes. It will take you 30 days to increase a minute every day. That will get to 33 or 35 minutes by the end of the month. Then you can slowly do the same on the evening session and the morning session. So 30
So,
to 40.
1 minute. So, your voice is a little
Is
inaudible.
this better?
Yeah,
Is this better?
can you repeat? Yeah, yeah, it's better
Yes.
now.
These breeds, we do not have a choice than giving them exercise. We cannot, we can, there is no bargain on their exercise every day. So make it a habit that you give them exercise. Telling that it's pandemic and we're afraid we can't go out would not be an answer for this. We will have to talk to your friends, and a lot of people have unused treadmills, and even
Right.
the most easiest available treadmill can carry a 40-50 kilos. So start exercise very early, because arthritis, joint concerns, any joint concern across the body would lead to damage of cartilages. This is a major concern when it comes to health problems with retrievers. So, one cartilage, a loss of cartilage, damaged cartilage would lead to the joint malfunctioning. Could be hip and elbow dyslexia, and which is not, which probably at an early hood, when you're picking up a puppy, you could have got their joints tested, but later, we not giving them exercise could yield to such concerns. So, we have to give them exercise, get a treadmill, start from 3 minutes the first day, So you could probably tie a bone in front of the treadmill so that he's trying to catch that because they know that they want to retrieve, or
Right.
give
Right.
them a toy in the mouth and let them walk for a couple of steps and then give them a treat. So walk couple of steps to treat, walk couple of steps to treat. You can sit down in front of the treadmill, giving them a treat every 30 seconds. So slowly start exercising them and from then increase a minute every day. So from 1 day to 30 a day, end of the month, you have 30 minutes of walking. Then start the evening session with 1 minute to 30 minutes again. So 30 minutes of walking every day in your house, despite pandemic, would be the best thing you can give your retriever. Because if we do not do this, they will put on weight. They surely have a tendency of being obese. Once that
Right.
comes in, then we have arthritis, we have hip and elbow dyslexia. We do not want to start a journey of a retriever ownership with a happy note and end with a sad note. So it is a
Right.
request everybody start exercising them as early as possible.
Very important and to be noted definitely. So your voice is still a little unclear. It's all, a few of the audience have also said the same thing. Uh,
Is this better, louder?
yeah, it is better and louder. So before
Perfect.
we move on to the
Yes,
next question, I think I should announce the first trivia question that we have for our audience for today. Uh, so before we move on, guys, here's the first trivia question for you all. The question is it true that golden retrievers have a double coat? Your option one is true and option two is false. I'll repeat the question. Is it true that golden retrievers have a double coat? Option one is true and option two is false. I know you are tempted to answer the question, Amrit, but this is not for you. This is only for the audience.
perfect.
So yeah, so we have a lot of questions coming in for golden retrievers. Let's move on to our next question from the audience. Okay, it's a storm blowing. I'm really sorry for the noise. The next
Same thing
question
in
is from
Bangalore.
Puneet. The weather is getting a little crazier every day, I think. So the next question that we have is from Puneet Manjari, and the question is: I'm Puneet from Bangalore. I have a 10 months golden retriever. I want to know more about what kind of food should I feed, as she does not like dog food or home food, and she's very fussy about food. Also, she keeps scratching or licking herself a lot. Though I have got her medicines for ticks, what should we do?
Couple of things. See, the coat in them, they have the water spaniel. It started with the retrievers, yellow retrievers in the 18th century, bred with the water spaniels to improve their coats. And they are basically meant for cold regions. Scotland, the breed was originated only to withstand good cold weather, which is not available in Bangalore or other metropolitan cities. The amount of pollution in the air and the water is so high that the better or the more purest of the breeds we get into, more difficult it gets for them. Here,
Okay.
when we speak about food habits, everybody's question is when we are not able to give them a lot of exercise or love or training, we start feeding them more. It's not only for dogs, even with children, if we are not able to give them our presents, we give them presents. So
Right.
here, we, being a great learner, every time a retriever looks into your eyes, a lot of pet owners, including several times that are my own clients, have gone into a habit, oh, he's looking at me, probably he's hungry. They are food driven dogs.
Right.
Beagles, retrievers, golden retrievers, Labrador retrievers, they are food driven dogs. So they would want to eat 24 hours. But here the question is that she doesn't have food. What happens normally is that we mistake the treats as treats and keep food aside. Anything that is edible that goes into the food mouth of the dog is a nutrition upgrade in their system. So we keep on
Right.
giving them a lot of treats during the day, and when it comes to the meal time, they may not want to eat it
Okay.
because they have already got the amount of nutrition they have. This is one. The second part is lack of exercise for the dog also reduces their meals. They don't want to eat because they do not have exercise to digest the food or utilize the energy that boosts when every time they get food. So if you'll have to, these are two things. And the third thing, when you say they don't like commercial food, see, dogs do not have taste buds, so it's only the smell. Unknowingly, there could be a hole in your food bag, could be Proplan Purina food bag, which with a hole in it. The smell, the essence of the smell of that will be all around your house without your knowledge because our scenting abilities are not as great as them. So for the
Right.
dog, the more they smell the food across the day, they do not feel like eating food.
Okay.
It is a must to keep the food airtight. That's why they come with a Ziploc or pick up a bag, box. See to it that your food is kept airtight. And every time there is food in front of the dog, please give them small quantities. Wait for them to eat it. The moment it's over, as a treat, give them more. When you give 400 grams of food, if they eat 50 grams and leave the rest there, we normally tend to leave it there that they're going to come back and eat. Where what we are doing, we are letting this aroma, the smell of the food, go across the house, which will stop them from eating even if they are hungry. So give them small amounts of food. The moment they finish it, give them a little more, rather than giving a big bowl full of food and waiting for them to finish it. It should always be that the dog is waiting for food and not food waiting for the dog.
Okay. So while we
And
are on the topic of food, can you also tell us a little more about the nutritional requirements of a golden retriever?
perfect. See here, they require a lot of oil, omega-3 fatty acids in their food because they have long, lustrous coat.
Right,
Now,
right,
the coat, the best part of the coat normally comes into place when they get the best oil in the food. And this oil is not washed out on their coat because, like horses, dogs also have oil secreting glands. So there would be oil secreted. And the best is when this is brushed using a
okay,
metal brush, not a plastic brush. So every day since a puppy, making it mandatory to give a grooming session for these long haired dogs are a must. When we do that, what are we doing? We are increasing their blood circulation because the
hmm,
metal vessels of the brush gets into their hair and on their skin it gives them a massage that improves
okay,
blood circulation, so that increases the food. One is the improving and increasing the quantity of food they have. As they increase the food, the nutrition gets absorbed. Deworming is
okay,
very important for them. Deworm them in regular intervals. That is when the amount of quantity, say when we mention 200 to 250 grams for a 7 to 8 years, and
right,
350 to 400, 450 grams for a 27 kilo, 7 to 8 kilo, sorry, 27
right,
kilo dog, then people are wondering, sir, why is that my dog doesn't eat this much? Or there are few
right,
people who wonder my dog eats double. Your dog is eating double because there is one that they get attention every time they eat it, or we keep on feeding them. If your dog is not
okay,
eating that much, we also understand the formulated diet is given understanding that you would give them enough exercise. So going back to the nutrition is proportional to the food you give, directly proportional to the
okay,
food you give. So give exercise, give nutritious food. We do not give nutritious food. Either your dog becomes fat if they're eating or they stop eating. Both the times they are
right,
malnourished. So nourishment is very important when we have companies like Purina ProPlan who do design food specifically for the weight of your dog, age of your dog, number of meals. They understand and calculate that you are giving them that much of exercise. Breed
right,
specific food comes with breed specific exercise. So the
right.
nutrition, the best food for them can do best to their health only when given with exercise.
Okay, and optimum exercise and optimum activity throughout the day.
Yes, that is when the optimum nutrition from the food gets to the body.
Right, right, right.
And also remember, this is a thing to be warned. Retrievers are on the top list as well when they are prone to cancers. So
Okay,
we food there to ferment in their bowels can lead to a lot of confusion in their health, digestion and health much later. So make it
okay,
mandatory. Whatever food you are giving is given fresh, kept airtight. Feed them according to their weight, according to the exercise they're given, so that all the nutrition in the packet of food gets to do the best in the body of the dog.
right. Noted, noted, sir. So we should take up the next question that we have from Simrit Singh, and the question is how I have a 15-year-old golden retriever, and she's very impatient. For impatience, he's asking.
15 year,
Yes, he's written 15-year-old golden retriever.
it could be 1.5 year. If it's going to be 15 year, then that's a dog who's lived probably the longest in retrievers. So one impatience, it could be because of health concerns at that age. It's like
Right.
a 120-year-old human being.
Okay.
I think it's 15 months. So if it's 15 months, it is puppy behavior. They're in their teenage. This is the time when their hormones are working on them. So they require a lot more of exercise, lot more of activity, lot more of brainstorming for them. So exercise is not, see, they are retrievers by birth. So we have to utilize that. There are a lot of dogs who don't retrieve. As
Right.
in, what is the retriever in them? It is the game drive that I want to involve you in the game. There are few dogs, possessive breeds could be the ones who take the toy and don't want to give back. Whereas this is a breed who brings the toy in front of you from
Okay.
wherever it's hidden. So
Yes.
utilize
Yes.
that, give them more exercise. The lesser of exercise, more fidgetive they get,
Okay.
like the question. So they don't know what to do. So they either start tearing things, they bark, they're restless. So that's again because of lack of exercise for us. Bringing in
Okay.
a routine is something they would love to, and it's much easier, viewers, for a retriever because they have the game in them.
Okay. So exercise is something that is actually very, very must for a golden retriever at
Yes,
all stages, basically.
yeah, because they're a gun dog group. The
Right.
name says golden retriever. Golden is the color, and retriever is that I retrieve. So give me something to
Okay.
retrieve. You will not believe they in the 18th and 19th centuries they were happy to work 8 to 10 hours, 12 hours a day. What
Wow.
work? They were happy to run on sand, run into water, muddles,
Amazing.
ponds, rivers, come back with
Wow.
fishes, come back with birds. So that energy of 8 to 10 hours of exercise they used to do or they were bred to do. Yes, today, post a lot of evolution, they've come down to 40 minutes at least in the morning, 40 minutes in the evening. If not 8 hours, an hour and a half together for the whole 24 hours is a must to
Yeah.
them because we all love them and we all give them so much of nourishment and nutrition which goes unutilized. So that makes them impatient, that makes them fidgetive, that makes them obese.
Okay. Okay. So the next question that we have is from Dikti Bedi, and she's asking, Simba to us came as a guest and stayed with us forever. We have been really blessed to have him as I'm his mommy and my husband is his dad. He's going to complete 6 months on 1st June. He has suffered distemper, lung infection followed by parvo. Now his vaccinations have started and he has had his 3 vaccinations. Unfortunately, we cannot take him out and he really misses going out. We are home training him, spending as much time as we can. Can you please suggest what more can be done in closed walls for this?
Like we mentioned, start small running exercises. Don't put too much of pressure on him because he already has undergone a lot of probably a roller coaster ride with his health.
Right,
So here,
right.
start with small exercises. Now, the time you're giving him is a lovely thing. So with that, just rather than not putting him on a lap and petting them, give them simple small exercises. Hide their toys, hide their food treats. Let them use their senses. That helps him on his health as well. Because when his mind is full, this health is full, heart is full. So give them a simple small exercises like I just told you, hiding their toys, asking him to find one, and when he come finds it, ask him to fetch again, throw it a distance he
Okay,
can't see. So throw it if it's at the door at the room door, throw it into the bathroom or from to the kitchen, so where you he can't see it. So he's going to run, find it for him, bring it back, give him a treat for that. So every time you
okay,
want to feed him a bowl full of your kibbles, give him one kibble for every retrieve. So you have 100 kibble, he's done 100 retrieves. So there is exercise sitting in the house, and also his mind body works together, getting his nourishment from the food.
right, right. So, moving on to the next question, Amrit. The next question is from Sujit, and the question is: I have a 2-year-old dog. He was very feared to thunder, rain, and cracker sound. How to get rid of this? Please help me in this. I was unable to handle it.
Perfect. So now, before the thunder, before the Diwali comes in, what we would do is here we will start every time you're feeding him, start giving loud noises, not a sudden loud noise, because we are all blessed with mobile phone hand gadgets. Start off with that, cracker noises with very low volume every time he's eating food. So
Okay,
if he moves away from move, reduce the volume again or increase the distance from where it is coming. Slowly, in couple of days, every day you would move it a step ahead, and once it is very close, the mobile or your music, the sound producing instrument is beside the dog. Start slowly increasing the volume.
okay,
So here, the dog should not respond to the noise, but should enjoy the meal. Stop it immediately
okay,
when the food is over. So
okay.
the dog should associate loud noises to food
To
because
food.
he's a food driven dog. He should slowly. This is a very slow process. It could take months for them to understand loud noises. They should start drooling
Okay,
food
okay.
rather than getting food.
Right. So
Where
hope
we do
this
a mistake that every time they get scared, we pamper them, telling, "Don't worry, I'm there. Nothing's going to happen. Please come
right.
over." This is a reassurance to tell the dog that getting scared during loud noises is the right thing. So
Okay.
they would start getting scared more, or they would show the fear behavior in them more. We have to tell them that this is not what's required. The more
Okay.
of louder the noise, the better things you get to eat.
Understood. Understood. Hope this
And
helped you, Sujit.
if they get scared, we're going to reduce the volume. We're going to increase the distance from where it's coming, as well as ignore the fear. Don't run to them and start pacifying them.
Okay. This is hard to do as a parental instinct. We always just rush to them when they get, worried or
What
anxious
to
or
give you
scared.
a simple
That
example. A simple example today, if you're rushing to the hospital to a friend who's with COVID, you mustn't go. You will not be able to go today. And
right.
when we are not even able to visit our beloved ones who are passing out, passing their life, the people who are dead. My own uncle passed away. I couldn't go and visit him for the last rituals because of the COVID. He passed out of COVID. So this is time when what do people in my house tell me? Don't worry. I would tell my mother, don't worry, we're there. Don't worry. So don't worry, I am there. Hugging, these sort of behaviors we offer to the dog should be done only when the incident or the accident there is worth being scared of. Loud noises, yes, dogs are ultrasonic, they hear it much higher, the decibels, and they get scared. But we giving them an assurance that I'm there with you reconfirms that yes, there was a death in my family, so I had to console my parents. But I don't do it when there is a birth. I don't do it
Right.
every time somebody tells that we've got a report that our COVID is positive, which means it's a normal thing. So there, I first time I tell my mother, "Ma, you don't have to worry." And the second, you know what? My neighbor also got it. You know what? My kitty party friend got it. You know what? Somebody else got it. My third aunt got it. I was like, it's normal.
Right.
So if I
Okay.
don't go and hug my mother every time she comes to me and tells that, or my wife every time she comes to me and tells that somebody we know got a positive report, we start ignoring the fear.
Right.
We stop fueling the fear.
Okay.
All
Understood.
right.
Hope this helped, Sujit.
Most important is
Yeah.
that if the next time they tell, "Oh, okay, yeah, they got positive and yeah, there's nothing to fear," that is what is supposed to get a lot of applause.
Right.
Wow, you didn't get scared that they are positive? Perfect. Give them the same positivity. Give them the braveness. Tell them not to worry. Tell them nothing's going to happen. They don't have to fear. Fear is the biggest thing that leads to death. So give your dog a lot of attention when they stop getting scared. Could be small noise, could be loud noise. Ignore them
Okay.
when they get scared and slowly get them used to the sounds, loud noises, cracker noises. You don't have to bring a cracker today. We have our gadgets at home. Start with the minimal of volume at the longest distance you can keep and slowly move step by step. It could take you a couple of months, like I told you earlier, and get your dog to understand that loud noise gets me food.
Right. Right. So before we take further questions from the audience, I would quickly like to introduce the second trivia question that we have for them today. So the second question for you today, guys, is what were golden retrievers originally used as? Your option one is shepherd dogs, and option two is hunting dogs. I will repeat the question again. What were golden retrievers originally used as? Option one is shepherd dogs, and option two is hunting dogs. So those of you who know the correct answer, please start typing in the comments below. The next question that we have is from Chinmay Desai, and the question is: are Goldens more prone to hip dysplasia, eye issues, and cancers? How to minimize chances of having these disease, and should them be neutered and spayed if not used otherwise?
Perfect. Every question has the answer in it. One, to avoid, if you do understand or learn from your doctor that your dog has any signs of hip dyslexia, could be arthritis, could be cancer, please do not breed them.
Right.
One, because you're going to give rise to a lot more puppies who are going to suffer more than what your dog did. So we do not have any right to give birth to puppies or organize to give birth to puppies who are sick. One, hip and elbow dyslexia, yes, they are prone to it because they have it in their genes from not today, from ages. So the cartilage concerns would lead to cancer. Cartilage concerns could also lead to hip and elbow dyslexia. Get them tested well by doctors. Breeders, you could get into a little more specification in breeding rather than just not breeding champions. Please get their elbow and hip certified well by the doctors before you breed them. And if you have stock that have concerns, please do not breed them. You could give them to an
Yes.
adoption home. You could give them out to a lovable home, and then bring up dogs, because your breeding career, your breeding history also tomorrow would only help you if you give healthy pups. Maybe your dog may not, your breeding dogs may not look as good as the other ones, but if they're more healthier than the other one, it's a more enjoyable event to have a 10, 12, 15 years of uh, pet parenting with a healthier dog.
The next question that we have is from Vinod Kumar, who's asking, "My pup bites a lot. What toys to give? Please advise."
It is not what toys, Mr. Vinod. It is the most important thing here is what you give your dog when he is biting the right toy. I'll come again.
Okay.
What you give to your dog when he is biting his own toy. Normally, what happens, every dog who's biting his toy, we ignore because it's his toy and he's biting. And the moment he goes to your expensive shoes, your mobile phone charger, could be your carpet, could be your doorsteps, could be your daughter's hand or leg, we immediately rush to the dog and start talking. Whatever we talk, it is a rush and a flood of energy, which means the dog understands that if I bite things that shouldn't be bitten, you all join the game. And if I'm biting my toy, nobody talks to me. They start ignoring me. Give your dog the most maximum attention when they are biting their own toys. And it has proven with webinars, it's proven that 2 days of a lot of attention to the dog when they bite their toys, and no attention when they bite the unwanted stuff or the unbitten stuff, the things that shouldn't be bitten at home. Within a day or two, retrievers have learned, stop biting people, stop biting carpets, stop biting the wooden tables and sofas, and only bite your toys. Because biting your toys get bite for the puppy, biting their toy should get maximum attention, and complete neglecting the dogs when they bite things that they shouldn't be. Biting is a habit that they would have because it is soothing time. Since you mentioned it's a puppy, Mr. Vinod, so till their milk teeth falls off, until their mature teeth comes out, they have a lot of gum irritation. Human children continue chewing and nibbling and biting things till they are around 14 months. We are lucky that our retrievers stop at 4 to 5 months.
Right. The next question that we have is from Mamta Bhatnagar, and she's asking, "I'm thinking of adopting a golden retriever, so want to know about how much and how often they shed."
They would shed, depending on their season, probably once in a year. It could be twice in a year, depending on the month they were born. As in, if they are dogs who shed during the month of July, then it would be in the next year, probably in the Feb. But then if they
Okay.
shed in Jan, then they have the September, October to shed again. The most important is not how much they shed. They shed much lesser compared to short-coated dogs.
Okay.
Second, the shedding could be minimal or reduced, or the hair across the house would be reduced if you have or develop a practice of uh, grooming them every day when you take them out for a walk. Make it a routine habit, a metal brush from the puppy, get them used to grooming. Give them a chew bone, because the beginning when you start grooming them, they get irritated, so they get tickled. They would want to
Right.
turn around and start biting your hand or the brush that you're grooming them with, or the comb that you're using there. So give them a toy to bite on, and then get them used to grooming every day. So the shedding will not be a concern at all, because all the dead hair every day in the walk outside your house, the grooming is done, so the hair is removed, and it takes another 1 day for them to come back with. And since these dogs are water, they are born, brought up, evolved to be playing in the water. If you can get them good swimming, it's great. If not, you can give them a cold water bath. Cold water is not fridge water. Cold is a normal water bath
Okay.
during once in a week at least. You need not have to use soaps and shampoos. Just a water bath will also help a lot.
Okay. Okay. So, Surya Prakash here had a similar question on shedding. So, I hope we were able to answer your question as well, Surya. The next question that we have is from Deepthi Bedi, and she's asking, "Simba also scratches and wets his sides. Also, he keeps staring the fan and sometimes bark. The fan is on the whole day, but he does it only sometimes.
Staring the fan or tearing the fan?
Staring the fan, and sometimes bark while staring the fan."
Fair enough. See, what happens is that they do not know why the fan is rotating. For them, they don't
Right.
know it's a fan also. So here, For them, it's just like a lot of people ask me, golden retrievers or a lot of other dogs, they just keep on barking when they're in a car. We could probably get raised to another question of somebody asking. For the dog, I am sitting, he is sitting, sofa is not moving. Only thing that is moving is the fan. And why is it moving? Why can't it
Okay.
stop?
Okay.
Remember,
So
again,
that's a
going back to
confusion.
evolution, it's a hunting breed. How
Right.
and why do they hunt? They hunt for something that is moving. Now,
Right.
he can't reach the fan to bite.
Okay. Very
One,
interesting.
he,
Yeah.
and once in a day, this stops. So he's so happy that it stopped. And suddenly it stopped. They do
Right.
not have logic sense to understand that this is giving me air, this is giving me a flow of air, and it's going to keep me cold and things like that. All they
Right.
understand is that it stops sometime, it starts sometime, and I'm not able to reach and bite it and hunt it down
Okay.
or retrieve it from the from your roof to the floor and give it to your hand.
Right. Right. So I hope this solves your dilemma, Deepthi. The next question that we have is from Puneet Manjari, and he's asking, is there any way to get her out of the feeding habit?
As
Not
in, you
sure.
start bleeding.
I
That was
think
in
the
the
question
lighter
is a
note.
little unclear. We'll move on to the next question in the meantime. The next question that we have is from
There's a lot.
Jagriti.
I'm sorry, I couldn't get that.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm saying we'll just move on to the next question. I think there's a
Okay.
problem with the question. The next question that we have is from Jagriti, and she's asking, we recently adopted a golden pup and soon faced the lockdown. Worried about socializing her and lack of exercises, what can we do in the given situation?
Like I mentioned earlier, bring them mind games, hide toys, hide treats, rather than giving a bowl full of their kibbles. In a bowl, you can take the bowl, start doing exercises, hide it, throw it, retrieve it, let her run around in the house, get used to it. And if I know it's difficult to socialize at this time, this is the wrong time
Right,
though. But then
right.
yes, let them at least get used to socializing sounds. I said, get them used to children play. You can play audios there of park children in the park. A lot of children are
Okay,
shouting, so they're used to it, especially when they're eating. So they
okay.
don't get a fear when they next visit a park and there are a lot of children there. And any age is not a bad age to socialize for retrievers. They're normally socialized dogs. So the
Okay.
next time, the moment the lockdown opens and you're able to get them out, take them where there are, take them to places where there are dogs and there are children, and let them meet and greet each other.
Okay. All
That's
right.
important.
Hope this helps, Jagriti. The next question that we have is from Medha Palivar, and she's asking, Chiku is 6 years old golden retriever and has again started to chew on things around the house. Why this behavior after so many years? He's six
It,
years old.
so now you mentioned two things. He and is 6 years old. When it's a he wants to mate. He's already 6 years old. Have you been able to
Okay.
provide him with mating? If he's not sterilized, considering he's not sterilized, if he's not sterilized and he wants a mate, every time he gets a scent of a female dog outside, he would want to go there and use his natural instincts, which were not
Okay.
allowed for whatever reason. They have their hormones that irritate them, so then they start biting. And once they start biting, what happens is that we go and talk to them. And talking to them tells them that you get a lot of energy, attention for biting. So they would continue the
Right.
same.
Right.
Right? So they start, for attention, they continue the biting habit at any age.
Okay. Okay. So, hope this answers your question. Before we take up further questions from the audience, I have the final trivia question for the audience for today. So, hope you guys are ready, guys. This is the last trivia question for today. And the question is it true that golden retrievers have webbed toes? Option 1 is true, and option 2 is false. I will repeat the question. Is it true that golden retrievers have webbed toes? Your option 1 is true, and option 2 is false. So, whoever knows the correct answer, please type it in the comment section below. Let's move on to the next questions from the audience, Amrit. The next question that we have is from Puneet, and he's asking, my 10 months puppy doesn't eat by herself. Let it be a treat or a meal we have been feeding her. Can you help me to stop this habit of her?
Okay. 10 months and a puppy, couple of things to
Yes.
notice. The deworming cycle. Deworming always to be done early in the morning, first thing, empty stomach. Second, do not repeat the deworming medicine the second or the third time. Please change it from company to company so that
Okay.
the worm will get immune. Third is exercise. Fourth, again, going back as a behaviorist, we would go back to the attention. How much of attention do you give when they eat, and how much of attention you give when they don't eat?
Okay.
A lot of people, when the dog eats up their food, they just leave from there. If the dog does not
Right.
eat the food, they stand there asking what happened, why are you not eating, shall we make something else? So first there kibbles, and then there's curd, and then there's egg, and then there's bread, and then there's biscuit added. So the dog understands that
Right.
if I don't eat, there's a lot more attention I get. And
Right.
the most important thing that I mentioned earlier, whatever kibbles, the best of world food. There are companies like Purina who put in a lot of effort, formulate a diet for your dog, but a single small air hole in the packet spreads the aroma of that, which we may not detect, but for the dog, that brings them aversion to the food. It comes to the food, and the same food smell is all over the house. They do not feed
Right.
like it. So it could be that there is, and do not leave the dog food in the bowl for more than 3 to 5 minutes. If they don't put very less quantity, when eaten, add more. Appreciate it. When not eaten, remove it and don't give any attention. Come back with the food after a couple of hours. Let them know if I do not eat it, I don't get it. Rather than now, if I don't eat it, I get a lot of pampering.
Okay. Understood. Understood. The next question is from Suhas, and the question is: my female 10 months golden retriever is not eating properly. It will eat 1 week very good, and the next week it will not eat properly. I'm feeding boiled veggies and rice.
I'm surprised why that 1 week also she ate, because boiled veggies and rice both are a complete no to any dog, especially a retriever.
Okay. Okay.
Right. You don't boil veggies and give them a carrot, you see carrot back in their poop. That clearly states that they cannot digest it.
Okay.
So this is not a food that the dog has to be having. The best food you could, the good food you can give them is meat. If not meat, for people who are not able to cook meat or give meat in your house, you have tailor-made food by there are big plans for them to feed them. So the ready-made kibbles would be the best diet to give to your dog.
The next question that we have is from Kanchan Bhandari, and the question is: golden retrievers are generally quite friendly, but my 1 year old seems to be a little on the aggressive side. How can we correct his behavior?
See, golden retrievers are basically not aggressive dogs. It depends
Right.
on what the aggression is for. He could be barking because he wants a toy. He could be barking for attention. He could be growling because that gets him a little bit of more of treats or toys or something like that. So you'll have to convert their aggression into affection by adding on exercise. Lack of physical exercise, and 1 year old is their teenage. So their hormones. The best of the long lived dogs are the ones who are sterilized at the right time or given mating if it's a breeder. And if not both, the most important is your exercise. Bring in exercise, get them sterilized if you don't plan to breed them, and you would see that you
Right.
have a lovely, memorable companion.
Thanks, Simran. That is really interesting. The next question that we have is from Raw Gaming, and the question is: I always feel my golden is weak or thinner compared to other dogs. He weighs 8 kgs. Is it healthy?
How old is the dog is the question. Because
This
if it's
is
eight,
no, this
yeah,
is
we
not
don't know.
mentioned. I think we'll skip
Yeah.
the question for now and move on to the next question.
But if you think your dog's eating good meals and not putting on weight, overweight is wrong, but then underweight is also wrong. So you can Google and find out. Or a lot of food packs on the back would have what weight your dog should be optimum for that particular age. Talk to your doctor. If
Right.
not, yes, a blood test is something you'll have to rush to.
So hope we answer your question, and if you can just let us know the age of the dog, so we'll be able to answer this better. The next question that we have is from Akshay Bhatnagar, and the question is: do golden retrievers require any supplements for maintaining their healthy and shiny fur coat?
See, if you're giving a pro-plan sort of a diet where it is planned particularly for this breed, all the supplements are there. If you're giving home cooked food, then you may have to add supplements that have omega-3 fatty acids, because that's the most important thing for a lustrous coat. And it's equally important to groom them, because giving acid in the mouth, oils in the mouth, and not letting them be on the coat, washing them off with soaps and shampoos will again give a dull coat. So giving them the acids or the omega-3 fatty acids in the mouth through their feeding giving them a proper brushing to spread the oil across the hair gives them a
Okay.
lustrous color. So grooming and proper nutrition in the diet both are an important thing.
Hope this answers your question. The next question that we have is from Sakshi Jalan, and she's asking, my female dog, 1 year old, keeps humping us. What could be the reason?
Simple. He wants mating. If his hormonal
It's a
changes have
female
started,
dog. It's a female dog, Amrit.
then that is showing dominance. That is
Okay.
showing dominance. She is a dominant female. So you should put some obedience tricks in her. A surrenderance postures like sit, down, sleep, roll, and all those things. Now, what normally happens, like we mentioned, attention is a big thing. As a behaviorist, all the questions that gets to me turns out to what the dog gets in return to the behavior they're showing. So a female dog doing humping, people start laughing, people start talking, people start
Right.
pushing, pulling. All this would tell the dog that, oh, I don't get this sort of a behavior in replacement to anything else I do. So they start doing it
Okay.
more. It
On
starts with their
purpose.
hormones. It starts with their hormones, and they're doing it basically to show their dominance.
Good.
And then they get a lot of attention. So that becomes a habit. To get more attention, I
And
do
start
this.
doing it
And I'll
on
do it more
purpose.
when there are gifts at home. Because there's a
Yeah.
non-fact member who's come in and he's getting attention. Now, when did I last get a lot of attention? For humping, no? Okay, I'll do the humping. And
Okay.
then they actually get a lot of attention. So that is
Right.
when you have to do the surrenderance behavior postures like down and sleep and rest, stay, these sort of things. When well practiced, the good part is they are retrievers, so they love to please. We just have to tell them what you need to do to get asked to give you the attention for.
Right. Right. Understood. The next question that we have is from Brijmohan Prasad, and he's asking, how much exercise do they require? We are currently not taking a pair of retrievers for the usual walks because of the COVID situation. I think I can answer this question now. 40 minutes in the morning and 40 minutes in the evening, and regularly not giving the kibbles in the bowl and asking them to retrieve it instead. Was I
Or
right,
even
Amrit?
perfect, even during their exercise. So, see, if, don't do 40 minutes from today. If you're starting a treadmill exercise, please start from 1 minute, 2 minutes, and slowly in 40 days get to 40 minutes.
Right.
40 minutes, every minute you can give them 5 kibbles, so it's 200 kibbles that gets into the normal optimum feeding. And so they're eating and walking.
Oh, okay. Okay. Understood.
Remember,
And I'm
don't
also learning a lot.
exercise your dog. I'm sorry. Remember, don't exercise your dog after a big meal. These dogs are also prone to gastric intestinal bloat that could lead to immediate death. So, no large meals and exercise after the meal. Home foods are a biggest concern which leads to intestinal bloats in these breeds. So it's always better you get to formulate a diet or meat, one of the two, and see to that don't give them a large meat a meal and then put them on exercise.
The next question that we have is from Cooper, and he's asking, she has milk and bread in the morning, followed with curd or pumpkin or chicken rice for lunch, and has kibbles with chicken gravy packets. This is a fixed menu. Is this a good diet for a 4-year-old golden?
Chicken and rice, reduce the rice, increase the chicken, good. You spoke about some kibbles, very good. Stick to both of that. Please stop the vegetable, please stop the bread, please stop the milk. Nothing of that is required. It would do a lot more harm to the dog. Rather, there's yeast in the bread that may not be required for the amount of intake that goes every day. Milk is a complete no-no because it's not going to do any good. That can increase your hair fall for the dog. So there is no milk. Milk also, cow's milk can do a lot of damage to their intestine, especially for retrievers, because retrievers are largely prone to something called lymphosarcoma of the intestine. That's a cancer. If people remember listening to this word lymphosarcoma of the intestine, this first was heard in the movie Anand, the Bollywood movie Anand by Rajesh Khanna. So that is when Indians first heard about it. But yes, retrievers are largely prone to it. So giving them things like vegetables, fruits, milk would be a complete no from my side.
Okay. Good nutrition and optimum exercise is the way to go for golden retrievers, definitely.
So
The next
everybody,
question that,
even
yes,
human beings.
agreed, agreed. The next question that we have is from Sujit, and he's asking, I have another question. I tried to practice to take ride in the car, but he didn't get into that and he's breathing heavily. Car
Perfect.
rides.
Car rides, we will start. Everything should be started very small and the growth should be consistent. Every day, get him used to eat next to the car couple of days. Let him eat inside the car couple of days. Let him play in and out of the car, retrieving because he's a retriever. And then let
Right.
him sit there getting tired. Then let him sit with the car started on, turned on, the engine turned on, car is not moving. And then
Right.
once he's playing in the car, in and out of the car, tired, resting there, move your car outside and inside your house couple of times, and then take him for small and short drives. And every time he goes for a drive and he's behaving well, give him a lot of appreciation, could be attention and treats. But what we do, we as pet owners, put the dog in the car, drive to the hospital, get them pricked by a needle, and bring them
Right.
back. So the dog understands that the next time I get into the car, we are straight heading to the doctor.
Right.
So
Okay.
you'll have to get them used to the car rides very slow and make them understand that it ends up with good appreciation and attention for being comfortable there. And it again would get to 2 or 3 months by the time you can take it for a 15 minutes ride.
Okay. Okay. The next question that we have is from Chinmay Desai, and he's asking at what age should we start running exercise and stair climbing and getting down for the golden pup, and how much running is good for their joints.
You could start with 3 to 5 minutes at the beginning till they're 3 to 5 minutes of running, normally into 5 times till they're 3 months. Slowly increase it by the time they're 6 to 8 months to 10 minutes every day, 3 to 4 repetitions. By the time they're a year, 40 minutes morning, 40 minutes evening should get to normal. And stair climbing, if it is not slippery, if it is not slippery minded, marbles, granites during a puppyhood can make them slip. That could do a permanent slow damage to their cartilage. And as they grow, the cartilage may not develop well. That could lead to hip and elbow dyslexia. So if you're using the
Okay.
stairs, if it is a rough stairs and the puppy is comfortably going up and down, then you can start it at an early age.
Okay. Hope this answered your question, Chinmay. The next is from Shama Prasad, and the question is: we are a vegetarian household, and my retriever is not given non-veg. I hope this is okay. Can you suggest how we can compensate for not giving meat?
We have the pro plan to compensate
Right.
because they have people who are unable to cook bring in meat. uh, yeah, the commercial diets or the kibbles are the ones where there is somebody in some part of the world, somebody in some part of the world would have done the formulation for the ready-made food to give them optimum nutrition.
The next question that we have is from Trishya Talreja, and the question is, sir, how to meet and greet my dog with the street dogs because they start barking?
See, one, if your dog is unsterilized, then yes, the barking could end up with a fight. So first get your dog sterilized if you're not a breeder, and then you would see a miracle. They would start meeting greeting themselves because when they feel that there is no threat for their assets in that particular territory, being territorial animals, they would get very friendly and very comfortable very soon.
The next question is from Sakshi Jalan. No, sorry, just a minute. From Kavita Mita, and she's asking, our golden retriever does not have dog food, as you have mentioned. It is in airtight box. However, she doesn't touch it.
Exercise, we'll have to look at exercise, and then during exercise and playtime start giving them the food like treats, so they earn their food rather than giving a simple meal there. So let them earn their food. That helps a lot for the dog. One. Second, if they even then it's not eating, then you'll have to recheck on the deworming schedule. Exercise, deworming put into place, and still the dog's not eating, which means that there is meat cooked in the house, so that smells better. May not be yours, even the neighbor's house. If the dog is getting fresh meat cooked every day in the neighbor's house, the smell through the air, then they may not like to go to the dry food. So you can start mixing it. You get some wet food that the dogs love to eat. So you can start mixing very small quantity just for the smell with the dry food and improve their eating habits.
The next question that we have is from Sindhu, and the question is how to reduce itching sensation for golden retrievers. We stopped feeding chapatis too, but the itching is not getting controlled. My dog is a female of 15 months.
There could be a few other things that's adding milk, could be vegetables, could be fruits in the diet that causes itching. So you'll have to check on that part. If it still continues, then they could be allergic to a lot of other things in the house.
Okay.
So you have to score on first with the food, then with probably the chemical that you're using to clean your floor. It could be the
Okay.
hand sanitizer that you're cleaning your hand and then petting the dog that could start itching. And the last comes to the more she itches and more attention they get. First time they would have itched because of some in ticks or fleas or something like that. But later when they know that every time I start itching, my owners come and start pampering me or scratching my back, then they make it a habit. That's a behavioral concern.
Okay. Okay. So hope we were able to answer your question, Sindhu. The next is from Sakshi Janan, and she's asking what can be done to help dysplasia in a 1-year-old golden retriever.
Doctors are the best persons to help you on the tablets that could help the cartilage on the bone, which I'm not. Second, what I would suggest is stop making them jump and don't give them too much of exercise. Reduce exercise into multiple times. Instead of 40 minutes twice, make it 40 minutes in a day, broken into 4 halves. So 10 minutes of slow exercise, no running. One, no standing on the 2 feet. Two, never plan to breathe the dog. Even by mistake, your dog should not be bred because you know it's dyslexia. We don't want other puppies to suffer from this later, and so the pet owners. So these are things. Hydrotherapy. We have been practicing at Dog Guru School at Bangalore. Hydrotherapy is physiotherapy for dogs inside water. It's not pushing your dog into water and clicking pictures where the dog is splashing water. Dog should cycle in the water, which means that the dog is comfortable. We see it in a lot of coastal areas. I've seen it in Mumbai. A lot of dogs go and cycle comfortably in water. That is exercise. Not when the dog is splashing water, remember that tells you very clearly that the dog is trying to come out and it is just trying to swim haywire. When that happens,
Right.
the damage would increase and not decrease. Getting dog used to swimming or water itself, it takes around 15 days of everyday sessions. Once the dog is comfortable, then the dog is just pedaling in water. Cycling is pedaling in water. No splashing. When it gets to that level, that may not redo the bone and socket joint concern, but that will build the muscles, tendons, ligaments around the bone and socket, which is the concern to support it for the rest of the day.
Okay, understood. Understood. The next question that we have is from Cooper again, and the question is, how many treats are not so many treats for Goldens? What treats do you suggest? She has calcium bones, jerkies, and raw white bones.
Depends on what food you're giving. If you're giving them a lot of nutrition food, then you'll have to reduce on the treat. And I would sometimes also recommend use your food as treats because it becomes to one, their feeding health habits improve, that they're earning their food. Now, what happens is that they get a lot of free food that is without exercising. Free
Right.
food is, see, when you're giving a treat, you probably ask them to come and sit and get a toy and give them a treat. Whereas here, they're getting a lot of food just for doing nothing, and then comes the treats. So if you can convert the food into treats, then every time you want to feed, you're giving them some mental or physical exercise. So that
Okay.
somewhere puts in improves their drives. The hunting dog in them
Right.
comes up, so it helps them, and they're happy eating it. Only depending on the weight of the dog, if your doctor feels that they're underweight or they need more treats, is when you have to go get into it. It's not how much; it is how many times you feed. Normally, an adult dog is supposed to be fed once or twice a day, depending on the exercise. Every treat that doesn't get as a nutrition add to the dog. If not, exercise could lead later into obesity.
The next question that we have is from Amal Raj, and he's asking, "Hello, I have two dogs, and I have to manage them during when giving food, and how to give them equal importance. How to basically give them equal importance while giving and feeding them."
You will have to identify who's the pack leader first among the two of them, who's more dominant. When they are playing, there's one showing his belly turned upside down on the floor, the other one is going around, so he's the more dominating one.
Okay.
Then first feed the one who's dominating, and if you can give them feed in an elevated area, if there is staircase, you can give them food on probably upstairs or on one or two stairs above the lower one. Second, feed this one. See to it that there is enough distance between the two of them that they don't get into a fight. Always remember, if the pack hierarchy is managed well, then there will never be fights.
Right. Right. Understood. The next question we have is from Mamta Malik, and she's asking, our golden retriever is 1 year old and living with my children in some other city, and we are able to meet him on weekends. Will there be any emotional challenge with our puppy when we leave him for some days, or he could have understood the pattern by now?
They would understand. For them, the best part of dogs and the worst part of humans is that then they don't crib about yesterday and worry about tomorrow. For them, you went today, so they're very happy. They enjoy it. They enjoy your presence then. And you go back tomorrow, yes, they're like, okay, they're leaving the territory, but then they know you're going to come back. And that's what matters for them.
Okay, okay. Very well explained. The next question that is from Deepthi Bedi, and she's asking what best can be done for pets during relocation phase. Also, transporting them via flights.
See to it that their food and the digestion habits are very good before they end up in a flight. Get them used to it. Not you can't keep flying them. What I meant was, if say you've planned a 8 hour travel or a 4 hour flight also, then you have to leave them 2 hours before and 2 hours later. Pick them up 2 hours later. So this 8 hours the dog's not going to be fed. So if you know the timing of the flight, slowly get your dog used to not eating at the time, not peeing, pooping at the time. One, if possible, if it's possible only, please take them to the airports once or twice, bring them back, let them stay in the car comfortably then, so that they understand the sound, the noises, and the air and water variation in the weather there. Let them get used to it. The announcement, the flights, though they're not in the flight, they're in your car, but yet in the airport does make them used to and comfortable so they don't panic. And then you can plan your journey.
The next question that we have is from Sakshi, and she's asking, my 1 year old female eats a lot of wood furniture in the house. What could be the reason for this?
Attention given for eating wood furniture and not given for playing with her toys. That'll be the best thing. That's where it all starts from. One. Second thing, give her more exercise and give her a lot of toys and encourage her biting her toy and not biting wood. So every time she gets to your wood, you have to get to her toy rather than asking her not to bite the wood. Once the dog gets very used to biting her toy and not the wood, is slowly when we will get to a place where you can get her, get your woods either smeared with neem oil. When I say neem oil, it is not the neem oil we get in plant shops as pesticides. It is the neem oil you get in shops, Ayurvedic shops, where you can tell them that it is also used for getting the thumb sucking habit out of a child. So this is called virgin neem oil, which means it does not have any chemicals that would stop your dog to get to the furniture, but that can be utilized only once your dog is understood that he should not, he gets a lot of attention for biting the toys. Before that, if you jump into it, then they'll start enjoying the neem oil also. And then we don't have another option. So get them used to playing with their toys. Every time they play with their toys, give them a lot of attention. Every time they go to the wooden furniture, you go to their toy and start playing with it so they leave and come to the toy. Two, once they have almost stopped biting the wood is when you can start smearing them with virgin neem oil that doesn't have any chemicals that would stop the dog to get back to that furniture.
Lovely. Lovely. Looks like a time is up. So let us quickly announce the trivia contest winner. So congratulations to you, Deepthi Bedi, and you have won an interesting and exciting gift hamper from PetFed India. Very well deserved congratulations to you, Deepthi. We request you to inbox your details to us on PetFed India Facebook page to receive your gift hamper from us. Thank you so much, Amrit. Looks like our time is almost up now. Thank you for joining us and helping us understand so much about golden retrievers. And now I think it will really help us all in making a very informed choice when welcoming a golden into our lives. Thank you, pet parents, for joining us today and for all your participation. Hope we were able to answer all your questions. Thank you, Amrit.
Thank you, viewers, for the patient hearing, and thanks for asking your questions, getting it cleared. Nevertheless, any questions you have Purina Pro Plan page as well as PetFed page for you to ask your questions, and we are there to help you.
Right. And for more such sessions, follow Purina Pro Plan India's Facebook and Instagram pages. Meanwhile, you can also watch this entire video on Purina's Facebook page, which is Purina Pro Plan India. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you and have a nice evening.
Have a healthy, nice evening. Bye-bye.
Right. All right. Stay safe. Thank you.